So last night I did number 10, leaves and envelope, which is right here. This is the front of the junk mail envelope, and it's upside down. And what I did was I used some magazine, it's all magazine cutouts, decoupaged onto this envelope, and it's a wreath that I folded over to go to this side, and then I used the postage stamp page that I had used previously in day 8. Here it is here. So I'm using the last of it on this page. And then to me, when I left the room and came back, it looked like a door, so I continued the lines down here. And then I went into my magazine, a different magazine, and looked for some knobs, doorknobs. And I came up with this doorknob and lock. So I cut it out, glued it on, and there it is. It's as if I'm opening the door into this envelope, which I'll have different ephemera and things in there. And then this side here will have some journaling space. And if you look up close, it's a window with some different tropical plant, and again, part of this wreath on this side. So I do like those together. It's a little fresher looking. A little bit of grunging at on the edges, and there it is. So use what you have. Do is find a spot in my journal to put this in. I was going to put it on this page, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I was looking for something else to use. These ones have to have some paint or collage on them. And so I may take a look here and decide where I'm going to put the envelope. I don't know yet. Oh. The other thing I was wondering was how I was going to incorporate this envelope. It does stick up from the top, and I love that. I don't mind that at all. So I think what I'll do is I'll use the flap of the envelope and glue it on like that, and then I can tuck things in here. Whoops. I can tuck things in here. You know what, I might even use it right here. So I'll decide that, and then I'll let you know. I'll do a flip through afterwards when this prompt is, when this Dephemerember is all done. I'm sure everyone will be doing prompts, so, or not prompts, sorry, flip throughs. We'll do that. So I can check that off. And I don't have my red pen. That's all right. I'll use my black. For leaves and an envelope. Done. And then the next one is the handmade stamp and jumbo tag. Well, I haven't done that, so I thought I would start that today while we're here. I'm back in the dining room because I'm working on a setup for upstairs. And if it works, I'll show it to you, just how I came across this, just with different ideas floating around there on Pinterest and the big wide web. Okay, so I'll move that out of the way. So my idea for my jumbo tag and handmade stamp, which I was a little bit perplexed about that, but I actually do have a handmade stamp. I made this. I don't know if you can see that. This was last year when I was playing around in the winter time inside my craft room, and I decided to, I was watching, watching some inspiration, and used my hot glue gun, dug it out of its little drawer, my hot glue gun, and I made a design. So we're going to try this, and I actually did try this on some other painted papers that I used. So I'll try this here, but my jumbo tag is going to be, it's going to be on my jumbo tag. I took this very thick advertisement paper cardstock from a real estate magazine. So I'm going to glue it together. Actually, I'll just do that right now. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to make it quite stiff, quite sturdy. I don't have my bone folder, so I'll use the end of the scissors. Use that. And what I'll do is I'll glue this together. It is a shiny surface, but I'll probably end up sewing around the edge, I imagine. So for right now, I'll just glue it. I did bring a brush down. It's snowing up a storm here. My husband Jim and I will be going out later, once it stops, to snow blow and shovel. This is going to be very wet, but you know what? I'll just have to wait it out till it dries. And then fold that over. Let it dry nicely. Well, I really love, I'm just looking at this particular advertisement in the magazine or catalog that I got it out of. This was gifted to me. I asked my daughter. They have great images, great words, a lot of fun stuff to play with. I've also done some glue booking. Thank you, Shannon Green. And so I have that on the go. I had started one last year and finished it. Maybe I'll do a flip through about that. It also inspires me when I totally confused today's prompt that I'm going to be working on. I said that I was going to be doing the homemade stamp, which this is not a homemade stamp, this is a homemade stencil. So I'll put that aside for later. And today's stamp that I'm going to use is this one that I made a couple years ago when I ordered a kit that Amy Johnson at Al John, that's her channel, had put together, and I requested the kit that came with a whole bunch of goodies for a really good price, and I received that. So I put together my stamp, which is this black cutout of some foam that I had a whole bunch of them, and I had this CD case that didn't have a CD in it anymore, so I used that as my base, and that's what I'm going to stamp with. So we'll use that. And Amy's channel is amazing because she gives such great ideas on how to journal on a budget, use your stash, use what you have, really just great ideas and great tips. I've really learned a lot. So I give thanks to Amy for that. And so I'll be using my jumbo tag that is still drying. We'll do that later.